Hello and welcome to our weekly insight sessions where we get to pick the minds of the influential and successful people on the motoring landscape. And today, I'm in the presence of someone who can really only be described as a legend, the one and only Giniel de Villiers.
How are you?
Good, thanks, and thanks for joining us.
No, it's a pleasure.
I'm going to get straight into it. Giniel, we all had to start somewhere. Where was your beginning and how did you get to where you are now?
Well, I mean, that's been quite a long time ago, actually, a scary long time ago, I think 26 plus years ago. But, I grew up on a farm, farm boy, and my dad built me a little go-kart when I was a small boy, 4 years old. So I guess that's where, it really all started and where the bug bit. I used to race the go-kart on the farm and, put tracks out on the farm for me, and I try to go as quick as possible. And obviously then when I moved to we moved to the city or to Cape Town, I went to school then, and that's where I basically started racing cars, on Killarney racetrack in Cape Town. I did my first couple of laps, and the rest is history from there. Obviously first on the track, and then 2001 was my first off-road race, and 2003 I did my first Dakar. Now it's been 15 Dakars later, so it's been an interesting journey for me.
And who were your motorsport idols in those formative years?
Well, I mean, I remember I always went with my dad to go and watch rallies. He was a very keen motorsport fan, and back then it was old Sarel van der Merwe. We sat in the middle of the night in the forests of Sabi and Swaziland, and there when they did the rallies up there, and they were racing those incredible Group B cars, and I mean that was just incredible for me. So and obviously on the F1 side it was old Ayrton Senna and the boys. So it was I was a keen motorsport follower back then.
Okay. Now, a career as storied as yours obviously has its incredible highs and some lows.
Yeah.
Tell us about your notable triumphs and some of the sad points as well.
Well, I mean, obviously the biggest, the highlight of my career is winning the Dakar Rally in 2009. I've been second 3 times, so I've been close. I think my biggest disappointment was in 2007 when I was leading the Dakar Rally by 33 minutes, and then we had an engine problem, and I finished that year. I finished 11th, but I mean we were looking so good to take the win then, and then unfortunately it's one of those things in motorsport. There's nothing you can do about it. But then also on the track side, I mean I won a couple of championships, touring car championships locally in South Africa. But obviously, on the international scale, the Dakar is my, the biggest achievement, the winning of that.
So, where do you get your inspiration from, and what stokes that competitive spirit in your soul?
Well, I think as a racing driver, I think it's it's the adrenaline that drives us, and the tremendous kick and satisfaction you get when you work very hard and you finally manage to win a race like the Dakar, for the team. I mean, it's a big team effort. There's 80, 90 people in the team, and to see the joy in everybody's faces when you've worked so hard and then you finally achieve that goal that you set out to achieve. I mean, it's just an incredible feeling, and it's something it's very difficult to describe, actually.
Sure. Well, let us into some of the mental and physical preparation that goes into getting ready for a Dakar.
Well, I mean, physically, I believe you need to be fit to do a race like the Dakar. It's just so long, and it's more physical in the car than people think. The first thing that'll break if you go over very rough terrain is yourself, is your body. I mean, these cars are built so strong nowadays that they don't break. So. You need to be physically fit, and you need to recover, especially in a race like Dakar where you go for 2 weeks on end. And mentally, I don't do a lot of things mentally. I think in my opinion, you are born with the right frame of mind mentally. I mean, that can be luck or no luck. I mean, obviously you can train that a little bit, but I'm not the type of guy that, you know, I don't have a mental train or stuff like that. But you need to be mentally strong in this game. But I think, I mean, that's just the way you put together.
Okay. And how does Giniel de Villiers unwind from such a high-octane lifestyle? Do you read? Do you sew?
I don't read and I don't sew, that's for sure not. But I love the outdoors, and I like to do you know, outdoor stuff. You know, I do kite surfing. I love to play golf, but anything outdoors. You know, I'm not the type of guy that you know, likes to sit indoors and you know, bore myself there. So I like to get out, and I like to you know, really experience life. So yeah, anything like that.
What's next for you?
Well, in the immediate future, it's obviously we're preparing now for next year's Dakar Rally, and you know, we got a couple of races that we do here in the South African Championship that we also use as preparation. But obviously we concentrate, and we try to concentrate on win that championship as well. But yeah, pretty much it's full on now preparation for the Dakar 2019. And we're almost there already. You know, the time goes by so quickly. I can't actually believe that, you know, I've done the Dakar and it's been 6 months ago already. So yeah, so it's full on preparation for that.
Okay, so you're obviously a petrol head, and over the years you must have owned some interesting cars. What's your car ownership history like, and what are we going to find in your garage now? I have an idea of the answer to that, but
well,
you
of
tell
course
me.
I have a Toyota in my garage. I won't have anything else. I have a Hilux. I have a new Dakar Hilux, the one that we're driving now, which is you know, it's just a very nice car, and you know, it fits in well with my lifestyle, with mountain biking, outdoor life. So you know, just throw everything on the back, and you know, you can go anywhere with the thing. So yeah, other than that, you know, I have other Toyota products in my garage.
There are undoubtedly many aspiring racers out there watching Ignition TV. A little bit of advice for them. How does a young aspiring rally driver get into the fold?
Yeah, that's you know, it's unfortunately quite difficult. You know, you got to keep knocking on the door. You know, obviously, if you have a passion for this, I mean, you must never give up your dreams. And I mean, that's something that I never thought that I would be doing this one day. I mean, I never dreamed. I grew up on a small farm near a small little town, and you know, you never dream of doing this. But you know, if you work hard at it, if you're in the right place at the right time, unfortunately, it's part of life. If you're in the right place at the right time, and you have worked hard at it, and you still continue to work hard, I mean, these things can happen. So you just got to keep at it, and you know, you never know, because you know, if you're not there when the opportunity presents itself, then you won't get that opportunity. So that's the main thing.
Well, thank you so much for your time.
Pleasure,
and,
man.
Look, I'm sure our viewers can see that I've totally botched up this off-road course that you've set up here. So I think it would be appropriate for you to show me how it's done in the real Dakar Hilux.
We'll take you for a lap and see if you enjoy it. I'm sure you'll enjoy it.
Okay.